I saw a white ladder. The left side of the mirror and on was immersed in a light pink. I saw something move along the west wall towards the south. The thickness built up in the room, and this was of other colors too. During the final reading, I heard a high-pitched voice vibrate in the south outside of the temple. And in the final scrying, I felt that analgesic wipe down me, and in the mirror was a knot, and I could see 5 sections of the knot. Like John Dee, Elias Ashmole was someone to preserve knowledge. It is hard to say whether alchemy, as in the transformation or operation of the stages of substance, or cryptography, was what attracted Elias Ashmole to Dr. John Dee's work. We do have similar attachment to the symbolism of Mercury and texts, and something more subtle than the texts themselves. This book is very good in the imagery that it contains, that it, allows one a sense of not only artifacts, but places, that you can use the history of a place to establish a new myth or just a different mythological use of what's there. This book sort of dispels some of the claims about Freemasonry. It wasn't exactly a 17th, 18th, 19th century invention, and speculative masonry and some other terms that are thrown around aren't really accurate. But you do have some rituals changing from time to time. Elias Ashmole was a person of the arts, a person of the natural sciences, you could call it. Different than our last book that we went into. There's the idea that if you're serious, that if you stick to your principles, these spiritual systems work. That's something that it shares with the last book that I talked about here. But you know what I mean? It's not about you have to change to the different ages and stuff like this. What's there and what's being imbibed of one of the culture can be so used. And of course, Elias Ashmole actually accomplished some of the things, museum and library and stuff wise that John Dee had wanted to. It matters very greatly how you line up attributes, how you have a training that's both the official training and your private training, that you learn about more than what you have to learn about and all that sort of stuff. He also encountered this conflict of people turning their sectarian stuff into almost like as if there was a different God, right? But when it comes to one's home, one doesn't want that conflict. You want to choose a spouse that helps you better yourself, or you them.